the thing that we call reality. What is it after all? That's what I'm trying to find out. It's really just a question about what is real. I always wanted to do a modern car in real life. And when Audi approached me and said, we have an R8 that we would like to take apart, I was like, that's what I always wanted to do. My name is Fabian Offner. I'm originally from Switzerland, now based in New York. A lot of my projects that I do in photography have to do with time and reality. I did a lot of high-speed photographs, the famous ones that we know from balloons being shot through or droplets of milk. And of course, when we look at those photographs, those are moments that actually happen. We just don't see them because they happen so fast. I started working on the Disintegrating series a couple of years ago. I was working on an old car and I was looking at all the exploded views. I saw that beautiful diagram of all the pieces coming apart and I thought, why don't I do a photograph of this? So the first couple of photographs that I did, I used model cars. And right from the beginning when I started working on the series, I thought, wouldn't it be great to have the opportunity one day to go from model cars to real cars? When you go from model cars to real cars, the challenge, of course, is that you're literally working on a way bigger scale. The beauty with real cars is that it's an experience and you discover so much more about the car, but also just being in a space, being in a workshop, you smell the petrol in the air. The piece for me really comes alive. You don't really see it in the final photograph, but I certainly can feel it. The process is actually pretty straightforward. The mechanics take the part apart and then we take each piece, bring it into our little studio against the black background. Then we rig the piece by holding it with strings, photograph it, take it out and go to the next piece. And we do that with every single piece thousands of times until we have all the pieces shot. There's one aspect that I really liked about taking this car apart down to every nut and bolt, is that even the mechanics sometimes told me we actually never seen inside a transmission or we never looked inside into the AC compressor unit, because normally when something goes wrong with a part like that, we just exchange the whole part. We're so trained in this world because it's a very fast-paced world. We get so many visual inputs on a daily basis that we don't get to decide whether this is real or not. We just take it as a given. We need to pause, and only then we'll find out whether something is real or not. And that's something we don't do too often these days. It's a real car. It has been used in the desert in Nevada, and therefore when we first took it apart, half of the desert of Nevada was still stuck in the car. So we had to clean all the pieces and try to get that sand that was actually baked to the pieces of the car, get it off. But then again, I like the fact that it's not brand new, that we have all the pieces shiny. There's a bit of patina, there's a bit of history to all of those pieces. That just adds to the credibility of the final piece. It's something real that you can touch and feel. The first part of the project is, of course, capturing all the photographs, and then the bigger part almost is arranging them in a way that it looks credible, that this is a real moment in time. This photograph is all about logistics, it's all about planning, and it's all about endurance. The process is painstakingly long. I just know that at the end I will get a beautiful image that will look fabulous. The series of Disintegrating is not really about cars, it's really about the moment that never really existed. A lot of people will look at the photograph and say it's fake and will move on, and that's fine. But maybe the 5% that look at the photograph a bit longer and a bit closer, they will see, oh wow, somebody has actually photographed every single piece of that car and put it into one photograph. The beauty of these photographs is that you can look at them from a technical point of view and you can appreciate them for just the mechanical beauty that is hidden underneath. Or you can look at them in a more metaphysical way and say, are we looking at a real moment? Are we looking at a moment that has never really happened? Or is this reality? It's basically the slowest high-speed photograph ever created.